This is the sanctuary of the First Congregational United Church of Christ in Alpena, Michigan. Those of you who are members and regular attenders will look very familiar, and I wanted you to see it again before I give my remarks. It has been some time since I last gave a meditation, but I've been inspired this time by two columnists that were in the Alpena News just this past Friday. The first one is Greg Autry. He's the former publisher of the Scottsbluff, Nebraska Star-Herald and Nebraska's York News-Times. He's retired and lives now in Hubbard Lake. And he says, here's my COVID-19 antidote. I'd like to read for you just a brief part of it. None of us know how this pandemic will end or if it will ever end. But in the meantime, we all have lives to live, families to provide for, and jobs that need done. We need politicians to come together for the common good. We need leaders to lead, not follow. We need wisdom, not rhetoric. We need to point to the future instead of pointing fingers of blame. In short, we need to live our lives with caution, not fear, and with compassion, not with condemnation. So while I continue to limit my exposure to this virus, at the same time, I will limit my exposure to the endless and repetitive news loops as I go about living my life as best I can, enjoying Northeast Michigan's incredible and life-nurturing mix of people, nature, friends, and family. For now, that is my antidote. The board of directors met last week and decided we're going to wait until August, the middle of August, for our next board meeting to decide when and how we shall reopen. If you have good eyes, you may notice that beside me there are some ropes on the pews which set them apart so that people can be safely distanced, but we still feel it is too soon. The other article here is by Connie Schultz, also a columnist, the same newspaper on Friday. She is a member of the United Church of Christ down in Cleveland, and she offers these words. Entire swaths of America live in daily fear of dying. And it's cruel to tell an informed public that this is overreacting. Until we have a vaccine for the coronavirus, there is reason to be afraid, especially when something as simple and life-saving as wearing a mask has become a partisan issue. Older readers tell me they fear they will never again see their grandchildren, their friends, their places of worship. I'm 82 years old, a woman wrote to me earlier this week. I know your inclination will be to reassure me, but please see the world through my eyes. It is very likely I will die before I ever see the people who matter most to me. It does no good to speculate about so much that we cannot know, but isolation has a way of unlocking the darkest corners of our minds. So how do we bring the light? We keep living, is all I can figure, says Connie Schultz. We fill the space that we're in. Irish priest John Donahoe's book, To Bless the Space Between Us, here with her coffee cup holding open a page entitled Equilibrium, and I quote this poem. Like the joy of the sea coming home to shore, may the relief of laughter rinse through your soul. As the wind loves to call things to dance, may your gravity be lightened by grace. Like the dignity of moonlight restoring the earth, may your thoughts incline with reverence and respect. As water takes whatever shape it's in, so free may you be about who you become. And then lastly, I received in the mail a little book of blessings and rituals for unsheltering. The Still Speaking Writers Group of the United Church of Christ collaborated and sent this out. And so I'm going to read a very brief prayer which prepares us for worship leaders wondering if people will come back. Again, from the United Church of Christ, this was written by Molly Basquette in the booklet Emerge. Great Maker, we've adapted, pivoted, leapfrogged our way to virtual church. We're down to under 10 glitches a Sunday, and people love it. And I do too, those old couples cuddling and peering into the screen. There is gift in this brave new church. In some ways, we are closer to each other, closer to you, and more creative as a people. And yet still I fear the tech tribulations, the pixelated watchers. I dance faster, I brainstorm better, I edit longer, trying to make all things new every week so that they don't get bored. What if they wander off after a more fetching online community? What if they forget their longing to be bodies in space together, the beauty and power of the Christ incarnate? What if, when all this is over, they're still afraid to come back? What if this is it? Remind me again that wherever two or more are gathered in your name, you are there among us. You make the faith new in every generation, and you are not done with us yet. Remind me when I go overboard with some new product that there is power too in repetition and in familiarity. Great Maker, you rested on the seventh day, and I can too. May you be well at home, safely sheltered. When you go out, I hope you wear a mask and keep social distance. Keep yourself healthy and whole, because one day, sometime in August perhaps, we'll be back together again here. Welcome to the sanctuary. You know we love you. God loves you. Be well.